so to speak, and being able to follow around an object and find a wrap of 10, a wrap of 20, a wrap of 30, etc., etc. Well, at this point, we're going to take this shape called the dog, and we're going to unwrap it. So I'm going to take this shape and I'm going to put it on a graph. If you remember, every time we do a wrap, for instance, a wrap of 10, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We end up at this spot right here where it has the coordinates of 5, 6. So a wrap of 10 gives us an x value of 5 and a y value of 6. Again, a wrap of 10 ended right here. So there's our coordinates. Well, this value right here, as you can see from the directions here, is the wrap number. That's n. This, of course, is an x, an input, and this is an output. Sorry, they're both outputs, but they're x's and y's from the coordinates there, right? The input in this case is 10. The domain, these guys are parts of the range. So I got some tidbits written down here. A wrap of 0 is 3, 0. So here's our starting point. Furthest positive x-axis, remember. A wrap of 1 is 3, 1, and a wrap of 2 is 4, 1. So I'm going to take each of those pieces and we're going to split them up into two sets of coordinates. The coordinates are n, x and n, y. So we're going to compare the wrap number with the x coordinate and the wrap number with the y coordinate to give us 2 points, 0, 3 and 0, 0. Now keep in mind, this is on a graph that is n versus x, and this is on a graph that is n versus y. Alright, so what I've done here on this next page is I have two separate graphs set up. This one will be my n versus x graph, and this one will be my n versus y graph. Alright, and this will be a little bit of back and forth here, it's kind of annoying, but let's go back and look at our coordinates. From a wrap of 0, I got the coordinate 3, 0. So I'm going to plot 0, 3, and 0, 0. 0, 3 was my n versus x, and 0, 0 is n versus y. And then I'll take my second wrap, a wrap of 1, and I get 3 1s. So that's 1, 3, and 1, 1. So I plot 1, 3, and 1, 1. And now I go to wrap of 2. That gives me 4 1s. So I'm going to get 2, 4, and 2, 1. So I go to 2, 4, and 2, 1. And while I'm at it, we already did a wrap of 10, so let me go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A wrap of 10 we saw earlier was 5, 6. So that gives me 10, 5, and 10, 5, 10, 6. All right, so I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to pause this, and we'll come back and look at the completed unwrapping of the dog. And we are back with the unwrapping of the dog here. As you can notice, went all the way through. I started labeling my axes by 5s, and up the wrap of 56 to take us all the way to the end. Your graph paper probably does not have enough to go to the end. You might be getting somewhere down here around the front leg. But here's our wrap, and I don't know how you guys approach this, but I start looking for patterns and things like that. I notice here that x is always -6, okay? And it's -6 until y gets to -5. So y started at 4, so here I'm at 4, and I worked my way down one at a time till I got to -5. I lined it up here, and boom, x is always -6 that whole time. Alright, then here, x is changing to -5, so boom, boom, and in that meantime, y went and remained -5. So I wasn't plotting every point, going back and saying, what's a wrap of 12, what's a wrap of 13, what's a wrap of 14. You know, you look, 12, 13, and 14 are all this, this, and this, so boom, just write them all down at once, constant, changing by 1, whichever. There's a quick video on unwrapping the dog. Hope that helps.